We all want our children to grow up happy, with big, healthy smiles. Tooth decay can affect kids' smiles. It can be painful and interfere with their eating, sleeping and learning. So to help our kids avoid problems like tooth decay, toothbrushing has to start from their very first tooth and continue for the rest of their lives, every morning and every night. But most of us don't know that our kids need their teeth brushed from the very start, let alone how to do it. And lots of kids don't like it, at least to begin with. Plus, family life is busy. So, all families need to know about protecting those cute and important baby teeth and how to help our kids develop their own toothbrushing skills even when they're not so keen. Because learning good toothbrushing habits from their first tooth can help kids enjoy a lifetime of decay-free teeth and bright, healthy smiles. From their first tooth, babies need their teeth cleaned every day, once in the morning and before they go to sleep at night, just like the rest of the family. Healthy teeth help babies smile, eat and eventually talk. Baby teeth hold the right space for the adult teeth to arrive later. And learning good toothbrushing habits from the start helps set your baby up for a lifetime of bright, healthy smiles. Firstly, it's good to find a comfortable position, such as lying your baby on the floor. You can also lay your baby safely on a bed or change table, or sitting on your lap or in a high chair. Always use a soft children's toothbrush. And up to 18 months of age, only put water on your baby's toothbrush, no toothpaste. Brush gently in small circles, trying to cover all parts of your baby's teeth and gums. Brush in the morning and at night before bed. Wiping your baby's teeth and gums with a damp cloth can be a good way to start, especially if they're not quite ready for a toothbrush. Of course, you'll have to do all the brushing for your baby, but it's a great opportunity to let them have a play too. Toddlers and preschoolers need their teeth cleaned every morning and every night before bed, just like the rest of the family. At this age, we're all used to hearing, "No, I don't want to do that," or "I do it myself." It's normal for some kids to not like toothbrushing at some stage, but don't worry, if it gets difficult, just do as much as you can. And don't give up on it. Keep coming back to the routine of toothbrushing every morning and every night. It's good to know that from 18 months of age, you can give your child's teeth extra protection by using a children's low fluoride toothpaste. Fluoride is a natural substance, and in toothpaste it helps strengthen and repair teeth, protecting them against tooth decay. Find a comfortable position, with your child sitting on your lap, face to face, or standing behind older or taller kids. Use a pea-sized amount of children's low fluoride toothpaste on a soft children's toothbrush. Brush gently in small circles on the outside and inside surfaces, and gently back and forth on the chewing surfaces. Now they can spit out the toothpaste, but don't get them to rinse with water, as this leaves some fluoride behind to protect the teeth. It's a good idea to let kids have a go at brushing their teeth to develop their own toothbrushing skills. But the reality is, children aren't able to control a toothbrush well enough to clean all parts of their mouth until much older than you might think. And it takes a long time to learn how to brush teeth well. This means our kids will need our help until they're about 8 years old. And the most effective brushing happens when they brush with an adult as a team. And after 8 years of age, it's worth keeping an eye out to make sure they continue to brush twice a day. Kids need their teeth brushed twice a day. Sometimes they love it, and other times not so much. This is completely normal, and most families find that it does improve over time, but it can help to know a few tips and tricks.
This is part of daily life, and it's very important for their well-being, for their health, as important as going to bed at night for a sleep or eating every day. I think if they really ingrain it in their being, it will be with them for the rest of their lives.
I want to make sure that his gums are healthy for when the big teeth come through. So, yeah, and obviously getting into a good routine with good dental hygiene, you know, teaching them young so they learn the habits.
We know that dental problems are generally entirely preventable, and so I just want to make sure that Talia grows up knowing that this is just what we do.
They tend to get quite tired towards the evening, so they just can't be bothered to go and brush their teeth. So we don't leave it too late. After dinner, shortly after we've cleaned up a little bit, we straight away go to brush our teeth. We don't leave it right to the end before going to bed.
She does tend to try and bite the toothbrush, and sometimes, again, she'll sort of move her lips or move her mouth so that she can't get in there. I can sometimes overcome those problems really just with persisting, trying to make it fun, praising her when things go well, clapping, cheering, and then to also give her an opportunity to play with the toothbrush when it's not brushing time.
The only problem we've come across is him wanting more toothpaste and sucking the toothpaste off the toothbrush and thinking it's more of like a lolly. As he's getting older, he's understanding that he needs to brush his teeth and then he can spit it out and he doesn't need any more toothpaste than what he's been given.
There are days that he doesn't want to do it at all. When I find that, I just let him be, and I go in and brush my teeth, and eventually he'll come in and copy and imitate and do the same thing. But there are challenges, but I think persistence is key.
I used to put a brushing the teeth song, a kids one, and they would know that that's time to come and brush your teeth in the evening. The first one to the bathroom would be the one to choose the actual brushing the teeth song for everyone for that evening. So that would encourage them to get there quickly because they would be the one to select the song.
We introduced toothbrushes as almost like a toy at a really young age. So he would play with the toothbrush, chew on a toothbrush all the time. So when it came to going, right, we have to brush our teeth, it was more of a fun activity.
My husband would be the role model, so he would brush his teeth at the same time as her, and I would be brushing hers. So for her to see that grown-ups do it too, we all do it every day, twice a day, from young to old. So she knows it's part of daily life.
When she was really little, we started with wiping first because I guess I thought it was more gentle and she was already getting her face washed anyway. But it didn't take too long until we actually started to use a toothbrush. But if I really can't get a toothbrush in there, sometimes I would still go back to wiping if that seems like it's going to work on the day.
At this age, and we still supervise and we still do help out with brushing the teeth. Even Melissa, who's 8 years old.
In the morning, when we go into the bathroom for Elias to brush his teeth, I start off by putting a little bit of toothpaste on his toothbrush, and he will go in there and brush his teeth while I'm standing beside him doing the same thing as well. And as he's finished, I will go in and brush his teeth and making sure that nothing's been missed and that everything's been brushed correctly.
Some of the problems I had when I first started cleaning Talia's teeth were just finding the time to fit it in. In the morning is probably the easiest time to fit brushing in because Talia is at her best. She's full of energy and we usually do it straight after breakfast. In the evening it's much more difficult, but if we brush her teeth, particularly when she's on the bed, perhaps just after her last nappy change, I find that's the quickest way to try and fit it in.
The best way I find in brushing his teeth is as soon as he's finished his breakfast or as soon as he's finished having his dinner, we go upstairs straight away to start brushing his teeth and stick into a routine because eventually there are days that he reminds me sometimes that it's time to brush, it's time to go upstairs and brush your teeth.
They do have a morning routine, and when it's time to brush the teeth, they will go. Sometimes they end up going like 2 at a time, but other times they'll go on their own. But I'll have everything ready for them. I'll have the paste on their toothbrushes ready for them. They've got the timers there as well. And the little one, he just goes when he pleases. Whenever he sees someone there brushing, he'll just join in. I really like the evening routine because they all go together to the bathroom. They do manage. They've got their own stool, where to stand. They've got their own place. Even the little one, he knows when it's time to brush the teeth.
Introduce a toothbrush at an early age so they know what to do with it. They can copy you and they know the feeling. They're not exactly scared of it in their mouth. I did that at a young age, so he was always wanting to brush his teeth with us.
Always making it fun, enjoyable, so it's not a chore. And also the part about informing them why it's also important. It's fun, but it's important as well.
And when it's time to buy a new toothbrush and we go grocery shopping, he usually picks out his favourite one so that, you know, he's interested in doing it and he's eager to do it when it's time to brush his teeth.
I think all mums want to do things perfectly, and I think that toothbrushing is something that is not going to be perfect every time you try. So have a go, be kind to yourself, and if you have a toothbrushing session that doesn't go to plan, don't give up. Try something new next time, but have another go, because you just never know what's going to happen next time.
Remember to make toothbrushing part of your child's routine from their very first tooth, and help your kids to brush morning and night until they're about 8 years old. If it's difficult, just do as much as you can and try different approaches to find the ones that work best. For help and advice with toothbrushing, you can always make an appointment with your local dental clinic. In any case, it's a good idea to get your child's first teeth checked before they're 2 years old. Toothbrushing with young children can have its challenges, but the benefits last a lifetime.